All right, good. Welcome. Welcome to the exercise class. Thank you for being here. Now we're just going to move around a little bit here as we're getting ready to do strengthening, to do cardio. So just getting a sense of sort of where your body is right now, not only where you are in time and space, but just the conditions inside. And we're just starting kind of at the top. You bring your ear toward one shoulder, maybe stretching the opposite hand out, just feeling the slight stretch in the side of the neck and the other direction. And moving the head in circles and small ones. So we're not trying to go as far as we can. We're just moving the joints, going in the other direction. Looking over one shoulder and then the other. And then looking ahead, just moving the neck a little bit to one side and then the other, sort of like an owl. All right. And then moving the shoulders, so big shoulder rolls backwards, and then one arm and then the other. And letting your knees be soft. So most of this movement is going to be in the shoulders and the rib cage, but letting the knees take up some of the movement, going in the other direction. And then with the hands on the shoulders, moving the elbows. And forward circles, one and then the other. Feeling that opening in the chest. And then bringing one arm in front of you. And the hands together, bringing that hand again in front of the chest. Moving the hands. And the fingers. Sort of turning the arms in circles. A lot of the movement here in the elbows. And moving the shoulders, just feeling this upper part of the body sort of loosening up. And then moving the rib cage. So moving the rib cage, side, forward, side, and back. So it's a small movement. But we do the same thing with the hips. Here we're just moving the rib cage, going the other direction. Right, coming to stillness. And this with sort of a wide stance. Moving the hips in a big circle. Move in one direction and then the other. And sort of leaning into this a little bit. Coming to stillness, bending the legs and moving the knees in circles. And even though that's sort of what it appears to be, you're going to feel the movement in your ankles and your feet going in the other direction. Coming back upright. Lifting one heel, just turning your foot in circles in one direction and then the other. The other foot, one direction and then the other. Just kind of stepping in place, picking your feet up. So we're just moving from foot to foot. And the feet up like slow butt kickers that we often do with jazz. And now picking your knees up in front. So here we're just moving the quadriceps, warming them up, in the hips. Into stillness. And then just doing a little bit of a hinge. The hips coming back, weight moving to the heels, and then coming up and coming into a slight arch where the hips are coming forward. So letting the hips come back. And just pausing a little bit, coming up, letting the hips come forward, a little bit of an arch. And just removing this low part of the back, getting it ready. And then coming to a seated posture, we'll do a couple of exercises to strengthen up the stomach, tighten the stomach up before we carry on with asking our back to work. So just pulling the belly button in. Sitting upright, long back, long neck, chin tucked in. Pulling the belly button in and up. In and up. You're trying to pull it up under the diaphragm. And breathing here. Holding those muscles tight. And then letting go. Kind of maybe feeling the muscles that loosen up a little bit. And once again, pulling the belly button back. Backing up, don't hold your breath. Let your shoulders be loose. Face be loose, just your stomach. Let go. Put your hands on your legs. Push your shoulders down and push them back at the same time. So you're using your stomach muscles to move forward, and you're using the muscles in your arms to push yourself back. I'm just pausing here for a little bit, breathing, keep breathing, keep smiling. Okay, relax. And with one hand on the opposite knee, pressing that shoulder to the knee, pushing it away. Just feeling the muscles and around the shoulder and also along the side of the stomach, engaged, relaxing. And the other side, pushing the shoulder down, the shoulder back, feeling the muscles along the side of the torso and around the shoulder, engaged, letting go, coming back. And just noticing how the body feels, and with the consciousness of keeping the stomach engaged and the muscles around the shoulders engaged to keep the back safe as we move. Okay, Jessie.
Okay, you might have noticed on the last one when we went to the sides, you also felt it in the inner thigh. So that's the target for that plank one when we go across, just to connect the two. Okay, so there's a lot of moving parts to that, even though we're not moving. Those muscles are engaged. Before we even get started, just kind of on a note, some newcomer actually fell on Tuesday and let me know about it. So whether you've been here 2 years or 2 days, just be aware that, you know, if you're not grounded, if you're not centered and focused on the moment and that connection, that mind-body connection, you know, it happens. It's not a matter of if, it's when, if you're not present. So before we even get started, scrunch those toes into the floor. Just lock them up, okay? I always remind you guys to be aware and confident of where you step, all right? If you're a little wobbly today, have that wall or that chair, or know that you need to stay seated and not come up today, okay? Then again, like Terry was saying, pull in that belly button, squeeze those glutes. Now we're locking the hips. We're staying a little loose in the knees, which is natural. That's what we want. We don't want to lock it out, especially in the heat, right? We've all been in at a parade rest or standing at attention, and you know, we're standing there dying to fall out. Okay. Then the shoulder blades, squeeze them like you got a pencil there. Same with the armpit. Hold it back like you're holding a pen or a pencil. Imagine that string from the ceiling, pulling your head up, keeping your spine long, okay? Remember all these things. I do not want to hear about another accident like that happen again, okay? All right, let's get nice and wide. Big breath in, and then as we turn, we're gonna turn around. We're watching our back hand go behind an opposite ear. Starting off slight and reserved, and then as the warm-up goes, that's the point of the warm-up, right? To prepare for the actual class. So you see where you're at now. This is sort of a check-in. Get those breaths in between, standing up nice and tall before you move to the other side. We'll do 30 seconds of each about. Going at your own pace. So we got about 5 more seconds here. Last one. Good. Now arms up like a cactus or a goalpost. We're going to turn our forearms down and lift our knees up. Good. Should feel that nice stretch in the low back. Eyes forward, elbows up. Good. You want a little coordination challenge? How about opposites? Ah, Jesse. Good. That gets the brain going. Good. We got 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, last one. Good job. Let's get in the chair. The edge of the chair should not be on wheels. Feet nice and wide, maybe about 10 and 2, kind of exaggerated a little bit. You're going to want to lean over your thighs, press through your heels, stand up straight. I want your hands at home. We're going to come up and we're going to turn and punch. Slowly come back down, up, side, punch. Okay? Eyes forward. Breathe. You're blowing out as you throw that punch. Good job, just past halfway. Five seconds. Last one, stay standing, please. Let's go back to that hinge that Terry had us do. Honestly, that's as far as you only need to go. Imagine if there's a wall near you and you're standing about 4 to 6 inches in front of it. You just want to touch your butt back with keeping your back straight. Okay, coming down to here, it's really not necessary. The point is to feel that little pull in your hamstrings, your glutes, not your low back. So if you really go in any further than that, unless you're like a gymnast or something, you don't need it. When you're picking things up in real life and you're getting something, you know, you want to try to stay as close to your body and bend as if, you know, you're connected higher off before. Okay. So we're going to do the swim. So butt back, arms out and wide, standing up straight. Squeeze those toes. Feel the weight on the back of your heels. This is a posterior exercise. So you're using those big muscles in your lower body. Keeping your back straight. Remember the shoulder blades tight, holding a pencil. And then bringing your arms down and back, holding the pencil in your armpit. Good. Let's say 5 more seconds here. Okay, standing up nice and tall. We'll start with the lower body first, those butt kickers. That's to stretch the front of your thighs. And then we're going to add the rows. So arms out straight, pull elbows back, feel that squeeze. Find your own rhythm. Be aware of your steps, a little bounce in your knees. Okay, teeter totter back and forth. Eyes forward. Good. Go for 5 more seconds. 2, 1. Good. Let's just get an upper body in. Let's go up with a shoulder press. Try to keep your biceps close to your cheeks. Bring it back down, and now go straight out. So just simple turning of the elbows. So you're going to turn down, press out, turn your hands back up, press up. So another coordination one, right? If it's hurting you to go over your head, feel free to just do this up front, to the side, whatever you can modify. Let's finish up last one here. Let's do some seal jacks. So we're going to move side to side with 1 foot at a time. We're going to have our palms together to start. Think about what you're going to do before you do it, right? We're going to spread our arms and tap out a foot to the side. Open up wide, come together. Good. Little natural bend in your knees again, absorbing your body weight, taking it easy on those joints. 5 minutes into the warm up, you can start increasing your speed. But of course, if you need to sit or stretch or something like that, take a break. 5 more seconds and we'll get into some lunge action. 2, 1, come together. Okay. Standing next to a wall or chair or something solid that you feel comfortable tapping down on in case you get wobbly. Think about your eyes forward. Think about having your shoulders over your hips as much as you can. I'll do it from a front view and then a side view, okay? We're going to go to the front, side, back, other leg, front. Just a little bit to the side. You don't have to go low. We'll get to that in the exercise portion. Have your arms out to the side just for a little balance issues. And again, if you don't want to go low because of your knee issues, just take a healthy step out, just an exaggerated step, just like if you were walking, okay? I'm going to finish up this leg. Good. We're about ready to go. I'm gonna do our planks, and you'll see some of these mixed in with the cardios after our strength. Okay, so it's going to be a big combination again, where your mind says, "Yeah, I've seen this before. It's challenging, whatever." Okay, I got my weights today, so we're gonna do curtsy lunge or reverse lunge. I'll show the modifications. Okay. Curtsy lunge, that's the one where when you bow into the queen and you stick your leg behind and go like this. If that's too much for y'all, just take a step back. It's fine. We're going to add a bicep curl to it. So there's a few things to think about. Okay. Let me just stay turned around like this. Keep your elbows to your side, down and back, or just step back. Okay. You find out what works for you. Eyes forward. Go ahead. 20 seconds. Bring those arms down nice and slow. Pull that belly button in, chest out, shoulders back, and breathe. 5 more seconds here. Let's finish up where you're at. Good job. Oh, I didn't do the planks. We'll do it over again. All right, let's go to the mountain climbers and I'll continue on. Okay, it's the end of the week, right? So you're all seeing the plank. I'm rolling on my toes. My body's nice and straight and solid. Shoulders over the wrists. And just power up your knees. Alternating feet. About 5 more seconds. And time. Let's continue on with planks as promised. All right, shake it out. Now you're aware, your body is aware. I got to keep my core tight, my glutes engaged, my shoulders locked, and that will make a successful plank. If you're having trouble with it and you're drooping or you're rocking, just take a little step in or go to the wall. Okay, make it yours. All right, we're going to roll up into a T-raise. Shoulders and hips move at the same time, in the same direction. Eyes on your fingertips. Pull up those fingertips a little bit higher than you normally would if you weren't thinking about it. Separate that muscle from the shoulder blade. Good. Breathe. Go about 5 more seconds. Give you time to finish up. And then we'll lock it in. Everybody looking good. Yep. All right, shake it out. Lower body. Let's do our fire hydrants and donkey kicks. Okay, I hope you guys are getting used to the names we've been repeating every week, right? The fire hydrants, slightly bent knee, we're gonna stay on. Boom, out to the side, up and back, switch legs, okay? Try to keep your hips from moving as if you had a glass of water on your low back, even in the transition from legs, okay? We'll go another 5 seconds, nice and smooth. No need to rush, I'll give you guys more time if you need it. Good, go ahead and walk it in. Upper body, let's do our row and our bicep curl. So we'll do a little combination. You're gonna let one arm hang out, elbow pull back, squeezing the shoulder blade, straighten that arm out again, pin your elbow to the side, curl up, slowly curl back, 2 or 3 seconds, okay? Feel that squeeze, feel that muscle ball up, and then transition to the other hand. No shaking of the hips. Walk it in if you do. Let's go one more arm or about 5 more seconds. Again, walk it in. Lower body. Let's do those front leg sweeps, okay? That's when we're gonna take 1 foot, flex it, so bring the toes towards the nose. We're gonna drag it across the center of our body. We're gonna stay on the same side, okay? 15 and 15, so I'll let you know if we turn it a little bit. All right, 1 foot out to the side, sweep, a little pause, bring it back down, stay on the same side, sweep, pause, bring it back down, and then go over it again. 5 more seconds. Get a nice stretch in the outside of the hip area there too, you notice. Last one, and then we can go the other way. Bring those toes towards the nose. That makes a little difference in your calves, if you notice that. I'm going to get one more in. And then go back to upper body. Okay, let's see here. Let me face you here and we'll do a T-spine rotation, okay? So we'll get elbows bent, fingertips at ear, roll up, down. So this is another version of the T-raise, but just a little less exaggerated. More of a core exercise, right? It stretches the chest. Let's make this the last. And then we'll do some leg curls. So that's when you bring your heels to your butt, kind of feeling like you're dragging it as if you were in a pool. So let's stay on the same side, 15, 15 the other side. So you let the one heel hover up behind you, pull towards your butt, slowly let it down. You're gonna feel your hamstring ball up. And you'll stretch those really well later. Keep the foot hovered if you can to challenge the core. I'm gonna finish up here and go to the other side. Last one for me. Good, shake it out. Get some water if you want to. Set up your weights. Shake it out. Okay, so we've seen this one time, the curtsy lunge. So you get a freebie, you get a free demo. 2 weights, we'll do the step back and the bicep curl combination. We'll follow that with a mountain climber, okay? All right, hands by your side. Think about what you're gonna do. Where are you gonna place your big toe? Back behind you. Meanwhile, curl up. Keeping your eyes forward once you get the groove of it. Feel comfortable. Five more seconds. I'm going to finish up here. Weights down. And then knees to your wrists. Okay? You want to increase the intensity. You can go ahead and make it quick, or you can do it slow and controlled. 30 seconds here. Sorry, my phone's ringing in the other room. Five more seconds. Watch those hips from dropping. And time. Lock it in, shake it out. Hinge plus a row. So you got 2 weights. The weights on our heels, the hips go back. We'll pull our elbows back and then stand up, okay? So 2 parts. Straight back, don't have to go far. Elbows behind you, let it hang again, then you're standing up. Make sure those weights stay close to your thighs. Okay, remember that pencil in your armpit feeling? That's how you want to keep that, to keep the shoulders safe. Little pause at the top of the move with the shoulder, with the elbows going back. Get a little extra bonus with your biceps on this one too. Five seconds. And time. Good, perfect, perfect. We'll do our butt kicks and up rows, right? All right, so think about what you're doing. Let's start with the lower body. Heels to the butt, then get the elbows involved. Shifting your weight from side to side, absorbing your body weight, light on the knees, scrunching the toes. Good. Halfway. Five, 3, 2, 1. Good. Shake it out. Let's have a seat. We're going to get our chest press in and then go side to side with our abs. Okay. Enter the seat. If you're comfortable with it, leaning back a little just to challenge your lower abs a little bit, but you want your weight on your chest. Don't be holding it out here. Keep it nice and tight. Armpits in. push out, not up. Back in, side, middle, side, okay? Repeat. If your back is killing you doing this, leaning back, sit up nice and straight. You're still going to get the chest and shoulders, okay? Five seconds. Okay. Let's get our patty cakes going. So another good one for the chest and shoulders. Face the screen, lock up my shoulders, roll on my toes. Tuck in my belly button, good. High five. Keep those hips from wobbling. You want to squeeze your glutes, squeeze your thighs. Just past halfway, so about going on 5 more seconds now. Finishing up last one. Shake it out. Edge of the seat, we'll do our sit to stand, otherwise known as a squat, and our overhead shoulder press. All right. So sit up the feet first. Think about leaning over your thighs, scrunching your toes, pressing through your heels, hands at home up here by your shoulders. Stand up nice and tall. Punch the sky, shoulder, biceps next to your cheek, and then back down. So nice, smooth, at your own pace, fluid combination of lower and upper body exercises. When you stand up nice and tall, like you're getting your height taken at the doctor's. Halfway. Five seconds. And get up and stay up, weights down. Clear the chair. Now we're going to get low. We're going to get low and do our little hurdles, okay? So crouching, feet closer together, then further apart, eyes forward. And we're just gonna kind of like we're hopping over a log. I'm going to speed it up just a little bit. You're staying low, you're really going to feel your thighs burn, but you also might feel your back round, okay? If that happens, just go ahead and stand up nice and tall and just step to the side. I don't want anybody in pain for the weekend. It helps if your eyes are forward, keeping your back straight. Helps with that low back pain. Five seconds. 2, 1. Stand up nice and tall. I feel it. Last pair. Let's go to our weights. I'm going to take a little lighter weight. We're going to go side to side. We're going to do our side lunges or side steps. If that's where you're at, we're going to go straight backs with the arms, right? To work the back of the upper arm. So let me do it this view first. So you're going to step and press. Come back together, arms go down, okay? Little bend in your knees. You don't have to go low, but eyes forward, perfect. That was halfway. Pace yourself. We'll get some water in a few. 5, 4, 3, 2, press it out. Good. Weights down, grab some water. We'll add some stretches. Everybody okay? Yeah, good. Back to the top. We'll do our curtsy lunges with the bicep curl, followed by mountain climbers on the chair or wall or whatever you got. Ready? So 30 seconds, step and curl. Halfway. 5. Good. Over to your leaning posture, your plank. And go a little bit lower, just a challenge. And we'll get our mountain climbers, okay? So set yourself up nice and tight. Don't stop before you lock it. And bring it in. Pull that belly button back and up. Lean over your wrists. Good, 5 more seconds. Finishing up here. Lock it in. Good, shake it out. All right, let's go to the wall. We're doing a lot with our chest and our shoulders today. Or you can use the back of a chair, right? Like Terry was doing. You want to pull away from the limb that you're stretching gently. I'm going to manipulate my hands up and down just to get the little fibers on top and bottom. Nice and smooth. Take a couple recovery breaths. Ready, switch. Okay. We'll get our hinge and our row. Stand up straight and tall. String behind you, pulling your hips back. Weight on the heels. Down, back, straighten it out again, stand, okay? Halfway. Five seconds. One more, one more. Good. Up nice and tall, we'll get our butt kickers and our high rows. Arms out straight, heels going back. Get the elbows now. Opening up your chest. 10 seconds to go. Three, two, one. Good. Let's have a seat. Let's get our legs. So I said our hinge works the back of your leg muscles and low back area. So let's go ahead and take care of those now. Toes towards your nose, starting up nice and tall. Hips under your shoulder. Leaning forward with your chest, not your head. Take a couple breaths. Lean into it. Don't force it. When you're ready, come up slowly. Let's go back down again. Same leg. Now let's wave our toes almost like a windshield wiper. That'll get the inside and outside of the groin area and butt. And then come on up. Other leg. Go ahead and do the windshields now. Let's come up and reset. Go down again, breathing with the chest. Big breath out. Good, I noticed I went a little bit lower. Feels good. Come on up. Nice. Okay, we can stay on the chair for the next one. It's our chest press with our side to side ab twist. Okay. Weights up top, elbows tucked in. We're gonna push out. Slowly bring it back in and then do your turns. Side to side. Shoulders and hands moving as one unit. Five seconds. Okay. Let's get a T raise. So we'll do our plank. We'll raise up just like we did in the initial warm up. Right. We'll set up. We'll twist our hips and our shoulders, fingertips to the sky. Don't forget to breathe. Get about 10 more seconds of this. Just hold the plank if it's really bothering your shoulders or core. And we'll finish up here. All right, shake it out. We've been working our shoulders a lot, so let's have a straight arm out, pulling at the forearm towards you, towards your chest. Wiggling those fingers. You can even raise and lower, just like I did with the wall and the chest stretch. All those little fibers. If it hurts you to have your arm out straight, just go ahead and bend it a little bit. You can still get it at your elbow and your tricep just as well. I'm gonna switch. Couple big breaths. Start calming it down soon. Not yet though. Wiggle, wiggle. Good. Let's have the chair. 2 weights. Weights at your shoulders. We're gonna sit to stand and press overhead. Nice and wide with the feet. 10 and 2. Leaning over your thighs. Powered up, nice and tall, then go up with the arms. Coming up on halfway, plenty of time, pace yourself. Get the most out of your exercise, be safe about it. Eyes forward. Good job, 5 seconds. Last one. Then stay up for our little log jumpers, hurdle squats, whatever you'd like to call them. Feet together, butt down, eyes forward. And we're just gonna hurdle it over, like we're stepping over something. Pulling in that belly button helps a lot with managing that low back pain doing this, if you have it. Otherwise, just stand up nice and tall, shoulders over hips. Halfway. Hike that knee up, challenge yourself. 3, 2, 1. Good. A lot of legs there. Let's stretch the tops of our thighs, our quadriceps. Well done this before here. foot behind us. Tuck your hips over your knees, under your shoulders, so it's all stacked like that if you can. And then just get your lean back. Imagine a string pulling now, pulling my knee down towards the floor. And you're keeping your hips tight. It's a nice long stretch right here, even into your abs. Go ahead and switch. Scoot. Lean back. Drive that knee down if you can. Come on up. One more pair of exercise. And we'll cool down. Get out of here, huh? Couple lighter weights for me. We're gonna side to side with our press backs, okay? Feet together, standing up tall, step and press. You can have a little bend in your elbows. That's okay too. Or you're squeezing your shoulder blades together with that pencil. Guiding your arms back down. Let's go 5 more seconds, nice and strong. 3, 2, last one. Good. Last plank of the day. We'll get our donkey kicks. So that's the heel going up and back. We'll do the same side, 15 and 15, okay? Set yourself up, hover that heel behind you, little bend in the leg. Spring from the ceiling. Try not to rock those hips back and forth. Paying attention to your form or modifying so it is safe to do so. 5 more seconds and then other leg. 2, 1. Other side. Five. Good. Lock it in. Have a seat. We'll pull our knees towards our chest and get our glutes stretched, sitting nice and tall, just like Carmen had us do last. It was Tuesday actually. So you're grabbing at the knee first, at the shin first. Pulling towards your chest. Taking a breath or two. You can even move it side to side. The glutes have 3 major muscle parts, subparts. Top, outside, and middle. Other leg. Good. Thank you. I'm going to hand you over to Terry now. Don't stop moving and grooving.
Okay, hear me? Let's come back to the chair. If we were doing our planks. And just letting your feet come back, letting your hips come back. And just feeling this stretching in the back and the arms and the legs. Gently moving your legs, bending one knee and then the other, so we're not locking up any muscles. Taking one step forward, so moving one foot towards the chair, one foot still back with that heel on the ground of the back foot. Just bend the front leg. And feeling that stretch in the back of the leg. Maybe letting your posture come up more so that you're gazing into the space in front of you. And then straightening that front leg, bringing that leg, that foot back, once again, bending forward. Letting the back be flat, kind of pressing down with your hands. As we do these, bringing the other foot forward, giving the back heel down, bending that front leg. Just raising the gaze to look into the space in front of you and feeling that stretch in the back of the back leg. And then once again, bringing that foot back, hips back, shoulders down, pressing hard into the back of the chair as we slowly walk forward, continuing to press down, and just letting that sort of bring the shoulders some relief. Coming back to standing upright, moving the big muscles, even just kind of swaying back and forth. Gentle movements in circles, coming to stillness and bouncing a few times. Just letting the bounce be in the knees, not bringing your heels off the floor, just bouncing and kind of letting all of the joints and the muscles get back into as much of an alignment as they're going to be. And giving yourself credit for making this time today to exercise with us. Thank you.